What's going on, guys? My name's Zach, and today we're going to be looking at the electronic attack frigates which have been rebalanced in the upcoming winter expansion Rubicon, and I will tell you now, overpowered as fuck. And moving right into it, we've got the Hyena, which I personally think is going to be the best one in the game. The Sentinel, that's going to be the second best, and the Kitsune, or the Kitsune, however you like to pronounce it, which is the jamming frig, and the Carries, which does the damps. So those two are really powerful as well in a small gang or a fleet, but I think the Hyena and the Sentinel is going to be the two main ones that like personally I'm going to enjoy flying, because I've been flying them on TQ a little bit recently just to get back into the swing of flying them, and fucking really good. And this expansion's, it's just going to be awesome for these ships. So let's take a look at the Hyena. So let's have a look at this beast, and the bonuses have changed a little bit. So we get 10% bonus to optimal range of target painters, 10% bonus to effectiveness of target painters, which gives you optimal range within 63 and like a full range with 147. But you can't, like with this fit I can't lock past 81, so that doesn't really matter. 63 is a good range for this, and the sig radius bonus goes up by 52%, so that's quite a substantial jump. The main one to this one's the 50% bonus to web range, and that is absolutely crazy. Like even with just a T2 web, we're getting like 30 kilometers, and I believe it goes up to 39 overheated, and that is absolutely mental. I mean, lol, rapiers, why? But like rapiers are going to be dead cheap, even though they're like really like got obviously better tanks and stuff. Like these ships are just crazy, these Hyenas. I've bought absolutely shitloads of these on TQ, and I'm expecting them to go like miles up in price, and it's going to be fucking epic. But it's like I said, I've been using this one for a little messing around in RVB, and it's really fun. Few bits on the fit. We've got damage control, overdrive, and a nano. Now this is a theme I've put on all of these Ewar frigs, just like very little tank. I think the damage control could be even put down for even more speed, like another nano fiber or an extra overdrive. But I thought, because they've got like zilch tank anyway, that you may as well get some warning, like because you'll probably get volleyed into damage or some damage control sort of range. So that'll keep you alive just that little couple of seconds, maybe to warp out or like keep something at range with your webs. So we've got speed in the bottom and a little bit of damage control tank. Two webs. I didn't bother fitting the long point on this, because I think the bonus to the webs is really more effective than having a scram or a disruptor on there as well. Obviously the target painter, because we get bonus to that, mighty warp drive, and some long range missile launchers, so we can go 42k with that, and really that's well far enough because we want to be staying in that web range, which is up to 39 like with the T2s. And just in case we get scrammed or anything, so if we get scrammed and MW switches off, we can run this small energy newt permanently, which if a little Rannis grabs you or something, you can sort of cap them out and then probably not get away, but it might give you a little bit of an extra edge just to maybe get those points dropped on you for a couple of seconds so you can warp out. In the rigs we've got small auxiliary nano thrusters, small auxiliary thrusters, sorry. Now because I'm a scrub and I've only got 163 mil SP, I can't fit T2 rigs. Like, can you believe that shit? I can only do like the shield resistance T2, so all of these have got like T1 rigs on, which is a bit fail on my part, but it's only 2 days training for most of it, so I will get that done eventually. So yeah, that's my favourite by far, the Hyenas. Like, I'm going to be flying this all the time because it's just going to be crazy ship. And, like, have this paired up with a Sentinel, it's just fucking, it's going to be epic win. So that's a Hyena, guys. Hope you like that one. Move on to the next. And moving on to the Carries now, which is probably one of my least favourites of all the Ewar frigs, but it's got its place in EvE. And the bonus this one gets is 7.5% bonus to remote sensor dampener effectiveness, and 10% reduction in remote sensor dampener capacity I need. So that's going to be good for the cap, even though it is pretty crappy compared to the other three. The Ewar frig bonus, we get 20% to warp disruptor and warp scram range. So with a T2 disruptor I'm getting 42 kilometers, and with a scram you get 15k, but I don't think you really want to be at long range with this ship. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it. You can just damp the shit out of like your targets with these optimal range and scan res ones, so damps. So you really need to be I'd definitely say like beyond 20k at least from any target you're trying to kill. So I mean, you've got a 42k point, you can lock up to 82, and these are effective up to like 50k, so why be close? So that's obviously going into the region wide, there's no tank as well, so you just want to be really quick and keeping that range, just like either orbiting at like 35k or something stupid like that, or just keeping range. So yeah, I mean, obviously it has got its place in the small gang, but it's not one of the like playing damp wars and shit, that's not really my style. But obviously any damp pilots out there will be pretty excited for these changes because they're quite awesome. And it's the little gold bay as well, so nice little ship there, it looks pretty good. I think that's about it for that. We'll move on to the fit then. We've got damage control and speed in the bottom, 42k points. We've got 3 damps, 2 with optimal range and 1 with scan res. Obviously you can change it out. I think I've got other ones in there as well in the hold. MWD, and we've got some rail guns. Yeah, some 125s, that's all I could fit. What sort of range are we getting with these? So I've put long range ammo in, there we go. So optimal range 24 kilometers, fall off within 30, so it is like orbiting 30 or trying to keep range at 30, you're still going to be doing a tiny bit of damage, but you're only getting like 28 DPS, so it's really negligible. So you could probably use that just to kill meal whore on fucking everything on the grid. Rigs have got a CCC rig and a speed rig as well. The cap is pretty bad on this, but obviously once you're at range you can just turn that MWD off and you'll be stable with all the damps running and everything because of that bonus, so that's pretty useful. So yeah, like I say, not my favourite, but it's really good little ship, and if you see it on grid then you know you're not going to be locking shit up from any range, so that's a beast. And moving along to this little, dare I say it, faggotry ship. So we've got ECM on this one, and everyone hates ECM when it's on you, but everyone loves ECM when you're jamming shit, so it's one of them, like, either love it or hate it ships. But personally I don't fly jamming ships, like, ever, but I had a look at this one and this is the fit I came up with. Now I'm not an expert on EWAR ships at all, so if this fits wrong or anything like that, please leave it in the comments, and like other people who might want to try it out can get a better idea how to fly it. So this is just what I came up, so it's basically like max, trying to get the sensor, fucking hell, trying to get the jammers like to the max potential you can, so you can just jam all the shit, like all the things all the time. Let's have a look at the bonuses first then. So the traits are Caldari Frig bonuses. We get 20% bonus to ACM target jammer strength and 10% reduction in ACM target jammer capacity. So again, that's helping with the cap, and this one is actually fully cap stable, so that's pretty good, because you definitely need to be moving like any frig on the field will like rage burn towards you and try and kill you, because obviously you're going to be really light tanked. Ewar Frig bonus, we got 25% bonus to ECM target jammer optimal range. So what is optimal range on these? 84, which is 3 past the max range, so that's absolutely perfect. And we've got 5% bonus to the cap, obviously cap stable for the win, which is really nice, like the Hyena. So the fit, we've got a MWD, because you definitely need to be like buzzing around the field. Obviously you've got like optimal range on all of these. I've put like one of each jammer on. I don't know whether it's better to just put all the multi-spec ones, or obviously if you know what you're going to be fighting then you could swap these around. But so the armor one here, I mean even on the grav lader and mag strength ones we're still getting like just under 4, so that is pretty good. So that is going to affect like even like other racial targets. And with the full strength on this one, we've got a 11.7 radar strength. Now that's quite high. That's quite high indeed. And it's the same with all of them, so we've got all 4 race there, which is pretty nice. We've got these little rigs on to increase the ship's ACM strength at the expense of shields, but obviously that doesn't matter because we haven't got any tank on whatsoever. And the shield HP is quite low anyway, it's like 486. So I've put 2 of them on and that boosts it up. And also these signal distortion amps boosted up as well, so we're getting like max fucking like ACM on this thing. So it's a really annoying little frigate. Like I say, if you're keeping that range, like, well, I wouldn't like sort of recommend keeping that full like 80k range, but sort of kind of between the sort of 50 to 75 range of the actual fight. So if you do spot anything coming towards you, you can just like lock all this shit on and then maybe like make your escape. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, ECM, not my favourite thing in the world, but it is in the game and it's something we need to deal with on a regular basis for all those that PvP and stuff. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is my second favourite one. And this is this is awesome little ship, this Sentinel. It's totally crazy. I mean, who fucking designed this? Like, who at CCP was on drugs at the time of designing this ship? It's crazy. So it's got all the Armorian symbol on, but it just looks totally fucked up. It's like so weird. It's got like a hook on the... oh, I don't know, it's just crazy. So anyway, let's get into the ship stats. So the Armor Frig traits, we've got 20% bonus to Energy Vampire and Energy Neutralizer transfer amount. So that's obviously per level as well, which is really good when it's maxed up. And we've got 7.5% bonus to effectiveness of tracking disruptors, hence why I put 2 on there. So I'm trying to keep all the frigs, like taking into account all of the bonuses all the time. So obviously that's the way you should fly them, but there is a lot of out of the box fits for these, which I might get into in a future video. You might see us flying, like out on TQ somewhere. So the Ewar Frig bonuses, we get 8% bonus to Energy Vamp and Energy Newt range, which is absolutely crazy. I'll go through the range in a sec. And a 5% reduction in cap recharge time. Now this isn't cap stable, which is why I've put a small cap booster on there. I've only put 200s in, but obviously I would probably use a 400 and that'll boost your cap right up to the max, like all the time. With the MWD off, you're 5 minutes 42 seconds, that's with both newts running as well. So if we're just running one newt, then we can like be fully cap stable. And just under 3 minutes with one newt running and the NOS. So that's not too bad. But these newts and NOS on this are just totally crazy now with these new bonuses. So we'll go through the fit anyway first. We've got damage control and speed, obviously keeping in the theme with the sort of, you want to sort of keep at range sort of thing and not be taking any fire. And that's really good because these tracking disruptors are going to be absolutely beasts. So like with the bonuses on the ship at the minute, we've got a 55% to optimal range bonus and fall off bonus, and tracking speed 55% as well, so nothing's going to be really hitting you when you're like kiting out at your top range. Obviously we haven't got points and webs and shit on this, but that's not really the purpose of the ship itself. Like I say, a cap booster, micro warp drive. We've got a NOS here, so obviously you can fit T2s, but why? Because these ones are exactly the same. Like these are the Meta 4 ones. They're probably a little bit more maybe expensive, but they're easy on the fitting. So I mean, I've got implants in at the minute, so I didn't really want to tell how it was going to fit. So Meta 4s anyway for the wins, but like easier to fit and exactly the same stats as the T2. So obviously if you haven't got the skills to use the T2 ones, these are the perfect ones. And you can see the range there. These small newts get like a 31k range on this. It's like mind equals blown. Like this is fucking awesome. This is why I love this ship. And it's going to zap 108 gigajoules of energy every 6 seconds, which is really nice. So we're getting 2 of them, and obviously the NOS gets a 33k range as well, and that gives you 19 points leached every 3 seconds, so that is quite a lot coming in, and that'll also help with the cap stability, so you won't be needing to use this like quite as much. But it is just like a little mini curse, and it's absolutely awesome. I've got one of these on TQ at the minute, like before these bonuses, and it's still really good even though it is paper thin. But any little frig comes for you, or like out of the main group when you're fighting, you can just like couple of cycles of that, get a NOS on him, and he's fucked. Like he's just not going to be able to do anything, especially if he's like Galante or any other or like Armor that rely on cap for the weapons as well and the points. So you're going to be pretty safe-ish, but like if some Zealot jumps on the field, then you need to get out of there because you're going to get popped pretty quick. Unless you're quick enough to get these tracking disruptors on them and stuff. So obviously you can change the scripts out as you want to. We've got the more speed in the bottom, so I think this one goes pretty quick. It's like 3,420, and if you set like an orbit at like let's say about 24 kilometers, 24.5k, you're going to be kiting out on a stationary target at least so 27, 28k, so you're just on the threshold for your newts and your NOS, which is really good, and that's going to give you a really good top speed to keep outside of like their tracking range and stuff. So yes, that is a really good ship. And oh yes, my god, it's got drones, which I totally forgot about, so let's chuck some, what is it, 6? Oh, you can actually put hammerheads in this, so let's get some hammers. Let's see how much damage we do. Keep forgetting some of these have got defensive systems on. So let's just chuck 5 in there real quick. Where are we? Hammers. So that should do some decent DPS as well. Oh well, so we've got 62 DPS on the hammers, which isn't fantastic but really good against like little frigs and stuff, so that should be awesome. So yeah, that's my little rundown of these 4 Ewar frigates, and I think they're going to bring some really good, like, you want to be seeing these on the field quite a lot more than what you would on TQ at the minute. Before I drop off this video, guys, there is someone I'd like to thank. The guy called Dark Descent, he messaged us a while ago and I keep forgetting to bring it up on all my videos, dude. So basically Dark Descent sent us a mail saying like congrats on the vids, they're really good, I've learned like a little bit off them, and he actually says here, I only have a tiny little bit of ISK, but I feel like you truly deserve some of my hard-earned ISKies. I sent you a lovely 35mm, it was all I could spare. Fly safe and keep making videos. Now what a guy. Like, every donation I receive, whether it's ships or like ISK or whatever, I always pass on to someone that really needs it, because I'm like quite fine for ISK at the minute. Like, please don't send us ISK because I've got like shitloads, but this 35mm I did send to a guy in RVB who was like rock bottom, had 0 ISK. He was just about to leave Corp and like go and do some missions, but I says, oh yeah bro, like there's 35mm. So Dark Descent, dude, that money went to help him fund some PvP for someone who had literally nothing in the wallets, and I just wanted to say thanks for that. And it's like really good of especially because you didn't have much ISK yourself to send that to me, so I could send it on to help anyone else. So yeah, that's really good, and thanks a lot for that, mate. So anyway, guys, that about wraps it up for the Ewar frigs. Like a little bit of a look over. Definitely recommend trying them because they're really lots of fun, even on TQ at the moment. So like, if you get some practice in now, then they'll be even easier to fly once Rubicon hits. But I did plan on doing some Bastion stuff as well, because obviously the Vargor and the Paladin's been updated, but for some reason the Vargor is like transparent and the Bastion mode doesn't actually work. You get like a weird texture coming over here. So once it's all done, up and running, so obviously the shields go up on the little fins there and that, I will be bringing some footage of that to you guys, so if you can just hold tight for that. We'll go through some fits as well for them, and I think the next couple of videos are just going to be some random commentaries, sort of pretty much like this one, just rambling on about different ships and things like that, which I like to do. Maybe another Let's Play episode of Red versus Blue, or EVE Online in general for me, like my style of Let's Play. It's not really the traditional sort, as got pointed out in the comments. Dread, if you know what I mean. So yeah, hope you're looking forward to that, guys, and I'll speak to you next time. So the 4 Ewar frigates are the... fucking hell, I totally forgot the name. Everyone hates it when they're getting damped and shit. Oh fucking, oh fuck. Kitsune and the Carries are really good ships, and they do get a lot better stats to the damps and the jams. Fucking hell, I can't even speak here. And moving on to the Carries now, so let's take a look at the ship stats. Whoop, wrong button, no. Oh fuck.